name is Sage Wilson. I am from Florida and Michigan. I've lived in Colorado for 3 years. I'm about to graduate from Orange Community College and transfer to CU for my bachelor's degree in philosophy and religious studies minor. So, yeah.
Sage, what do you think about everything that's going on? What is your personal experience? What are your personal feelings?
When I first came out here, I really felt everything was like super raw and like on the right path, and people were doing the right thing. And as I've gotten more involved and started speaking with more people who are leading the movements and events, I've kind of come to realize that everybody just has their own agenda, it seems like. And I guess that's natural as humans, but it's like we're all fighting for the same cause, and literally all I've been hearing in the audience and on the internet is like people just bringing other people down, people trying to police other people, and this whole movement is literally the exact opposite of that. And it just seems like a lot of people are just focusing on the wrong things, posting their pictures with signs like that on the internet, and then just going home. The videos, like, we see that and it's hurtful. Like, this is literally not a trend, it's people's lives. And we're not asking, yesterday I had this group of white people came up to the steps when I was sitting at the Civic Center, and they were like bowing down to me. That's not what we want. That's not what we're asking for. We're not asking for to be above you, and we don't want to be under you. We're literally asking for equality, and we don't want special treatment. We just want equal treatment. We want to not have to explain to our kids that people are going to hate them because of the color of their skin, and they're just going to have to figure out the hard way how to deal with it, right? And we don't want to have those conversations. And it's just kind of sad to see everything getting diluted from the real cause. And I've talked with a lot of group leaders, and I'd love to join a group, power in numbers, but if like everyone's pushing an agenda and none of the leaders want to meet with each other, like there's no communication, that's sketchy to me. And that it just kind of sucks, because the rest of the world is calling Denver out for being so peaceful, and I am all about peace. And I think we can do things that disrupt the comfortableness besides just being out here every day, which is awesome. Thank you everybody for holding it down. But yeah, it's just really unfortunate, because all we want to do is get some laws changed and just have equality and like just get on the ball with that. But people are so busy saying that this person is working with these people and they're diluting the message. And it's like every moment you take away from the main cause is, regardless of what that person's doing, you're letting them do it even more so by that's all you're talking about, instead of meeting with people and knowing when to show up to vote, knowing when to show up when we have in the park educational films and educational sessions for all races. When we all know the truth, it will free us all. And because a lot of us know that things are being kept hidden from us, we're angry, we're confused, and we don't know why. And it's like weird, because we know they're being so upfront about everything, but we find out new things every year, things that our government has done in the past. So why is this any different? And if you bring anything up, you're considered a conspiracy theorist. But it's silly, because you need to think deeper than just white versus black and left versus right. Like, it's deeper than that. It's psychological. It's more, and you need to be educated, and you can be educated, and you can link up with people in the crowds that will educate you. We're having groups trying to set up free educational sessions. Like, don't be offended by not being educated. Just like get involved, because that knowledge is power, and knowledge is what's going to set us free, because knowledge is truth. That's what some of the main principles of America is based on. So how are we straying from our own root? Like, it's just this internal conflict that doesn't need to happen. That's what happened.
I was about to cheer so many different times, I had to stop myself. That was good.
Cool.
Is there anything more you want to add to that?
I guess another thing, I think it's really important to keep the peace, and I think there's different ways to get the same thing done. And just because people are holding meditations and yoga sessions or dance parties or, doing things to help people in the movement and not make it such a drag, because we're out here every day and we miss our regular lives. We see our friends on Instagram that aren't out here with us going camping and, traveling and whatever. I want to do that. I'm a normal person. I want to go home and cuddle my cat and go to the skate park in the morning. Like, I want to go on road trips with my friends, but I don't get to do that because I'm down here. And that sucks, So it's like if people want to get violent, I am not telling anyone what to do. That's not the way for me at this point. But there's also another thing. There's colorism between the black race. So that's another thing that needs to be discussed and people educated on so feelings aren't hurt and people aren't speaking incorrectly. And then it's also, there's so many complexes going on that people study and go to school for and would be happy to share their knowledge. And we have credibility, we have sources that we can cite. And until we all go a little deeper than marching and protesting and posting, the change isn't going to happen that we want. But just because we're out here, we're going to be something that I've learned. People are going to be demonized for keeping peace and demonized for being violent. So also everyone's just telling people how to act in this movement where, dude, like we just got out of a pandemic and now we're in like this weird civil war, but like not really because some of the world is normal. So just unity. That is the main message. Put all of your differences aside and just realize that y'all are on the same side, Unity, unity, unity. Every time I hear there's an issue, it's because people are opposing each other. And if you could just really pick that apart, be emotionally intelligent, be respectful, like that's a leader. And a leader knows how to lead, and a leader knows when to follow and to have people around them. So, yeah. I think that's it.